Hello friends, this is Rajesh and you're watching Input Output Campus. So in this video, we'll see how to calculate the time complexity of a program if there are severals, if there are more than two for loops. So in the previous video, we have saw if there are two for loops, one is outer for loop and one is inner for loop, then how to calculate the time complexity. And if there are more than two for loops, then how to calculate the time complexity. Okay. So let's write a function here and we'll calculate the time complexity. So suppose the name of the function is calculate, and inside this there is a variable suppose n, and inside this function we'll write a for loop, and this for loop will iterate from I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and inside this for loop there is suppose another for loop for j equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Okay, so inside this for loop there is some statement. Okay, there is some statement, suppose cout algorithm on, and after this there is another for loop for k equals to 0, k less than n, k plus plus, and inside this for loop there is also another statement, and this is a simple statement, suppose cout, okay, cout algorithm 2. Okay, so this is the program, and for this program what will be the time complexity. So you have to calculate the time complexity for this program, and in the previous video we have learned how to calculate the time complexity for a for loop if it is increased by 1 unit every time. Okay, so this is very easy. Okay, first we'll see for this first for loop. So this start from 0 and it's going up to I less than n. So if this for loop iterate for n plus 1 times, that is n plus 1 times, this condition will be checked. So if this takes n plus 1 unit of time, then this inner statement, that is this inner for loop, will take n unit of time for this for loop, and this statement will also take n unit of time for this for loop, and this for loop will also take n unit of time for this for loop, and this statement will also take n unit of time for this for loop. Okay, so we have calculated the time taken for this for loop. Okay, next we will go to the next line, that is this for loop. So this for loop start from 0 and it's go up to j less than n. So this will also take n plus 1 unit of time. So just multiply here. Okay, all right, here cross. So this is multiplication. So this n is for this outer for loop, and for this for loop this will take n plus 1 unit of time. So n plus 1 unit of time, and for this for loop there are some inner statement, and for this for loop the every inner statement will take n unit of time. So here will be n, and here also will be n, and this will also take n unit of time. Okay, so this line is finished, and next we'll go to this line, that is cout algorithm on. So this is a simple statement, and this will take 1 unit of time, that is n into 1, that is n into n unit of time. Okay, so next there is a for loop. So this for loop takes n into n, that is n square unit of time for these outer for loops, that is this for loop and this for loop, and for itself it will take n plus 1 unit of time. So just multiply here n plus 1. So n plus 1 unit of time will be taken by this for loop, and there is some inner statement inside this for loop. So for every inner statement, there will be n. So if this for loop will take n plus 1 unit of time, then this will take n unit of time. Okay. So now we'll calculate the total time taken by this program. Okay, so let's calculate it. Okay, this is n into n into n, that is n cube, plus this is n into n plus 1, that is n cube plus n square. So n cube plus n square. Next, this is n into n, that is n square. So n square plus this is n into n plus 1, that is n square plus n. So n square plus n. So next there is n plus 1, that is n plus 1. So the total time taken is 2n cube plus 3n square plus 2n plus 1. So 2n cube plus 3n square plus 2n plus 1. Okay, so among these we'll take the elements which have the higher power. Okay, so here n has power 0, that is 1 into n to the power 0, that is 1, and this n has a power 1, this n has power 2, and this n has power 3. So we'll take this. So our time complexity will be order of n cube. Okay, and the rest of all will be ignored. Okay, so this is the time complexity. So this is the time complexity taken by this program. Okay, so hope you understand this. So in this way we can very easily calculate the time complexity of a program. Okay friends, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you find this video helpful, then please like the video, share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel and not subscribed to our channel yet, then please subscribe to our channel now. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.